Welcome back. आज Biz Talk में बात with a filmmaker who believes in bringing real-life incidents and characters to the real life. That too with complete conviction and dedication. Welcome to the show, Ramu. आपकी film release हो चुकी है, and what has the reaction been like?
I mean, so far so good. People are kind of very overwhelmed with the. I mean, some people feel anger, some people feel grief, and yeah, something like that.
Okay, and how do you feel about the film?
Yeah, I think I've done pretty much managed to do justice to the people who shared their traumas and experiences at, what happened on the night of 26/11. Of course, it is impossible to encompass the whole incidents, what happened, and to do justice to every character and everything, considering that the feature film has a limited length.
Right.
But what I picked out to portray, I think I've done very fair justice to it.
So, आपने initially कहा था कि आप इस incident पर film नहीं बनाएंगे.
Yeah.
So what made you change your mind along the way?
After the investigation over years later, that is when I got an understanding, and you get to know not from visiting a site, but from talking to the investigators, talking to eyewitnesses who I managed to meet much later. That's when you actually understand. How will you understand anything by seeing a few broken glasses and things like that?
And how real is the film to the actual incident?
See, there could be some cinematic liberties in terms of the aspect that there were people who died. There were people who tried to become heroes and who tried to risk their lives to do it, and who died. So obviously, I can't hear it from the dead person.
Right.
So the fact that if I show a person trying to say which actually happened, but it might not have exactly happened the same way, because I wasn't there too. You know? So I think to that extent I've taken a cinematic liberty, but I did not alter any facts. Yeah.
Right. And what was the most difficult part about making this film?
I would say, see, when you're doing a normal film, I'm talking about a fictional film, obviously I will take something from my imagination and I'm presenting it in a structure to the audience. But this is a film where pretty much many people know, because it's the most devastating event which ever happened in India. So a lot of people know the detail to whatever extent they know. So I think to match it to that, what they think happened, at the same time be true to what I realized what happened, you know.
Right.
A constant checkpoint of that is what,
Also, a lot of your films sell more for controversy and not so much for the stars or any other aspect. What do you feel about that?
I mean, see, that's not a conscious decision on my part, because as a filmmaker, I always try to choose films which are very, topical, bold, which were in the headlines, because to get into the depths of what happened, that is something, a process I enjoy a lot.
So will you ever make a film like Rangila again, which was
maybe?
an
I mean,
amazing
see, the
love
point
story?
is, it's a question of if I get a certain subject matter which really excites me, yes, why not?
And you've always taken a risk to work with fresh faces, and they have gone to make a big mark in Bollywood as well. So tell us more about that.
See, if a new actor hai, so you take him as a character. An established actor or a star, they come with images already. For example, you take a Satya. If I take established actors, it won't be the same. It might work also for various other reasons, but it won't be the same film. But because when I'm writing, उस character के साथ उसका जो realism है, that will be so much in my mind. I don't want to see a face which I've seen already. I want to meet him for the first time on screen.
True.
Yeah.
But do you personally prefer to work with newcomers or established stars?
Definitely. Newcomers, yeah.
And you had seen extremes of both success and failure.
Yeah.
तो आप इसके साथ कैसे cope करते हैं?
I mean, it's nothing to cope, because by the time I finish my film, I'm busy already doing my next film, so I don't have time to cope with anything.
But box office verdict आपके लिए कितना मायने रखता है?
See, it obviously is important, because filmmaking is a very expensive proposition. और इतने सारे लोग time है and investments है, and of course the work they put in, that has to have a fair return. So obviously, anybody who says it's not important, I think is being irresponsible.
True, very true. लेकिन जब आपकी कोई film को criticism मिलती है, how do you feel about that, and how do you normally react to something like that?
It is the same thing. अगर एक person को right है, and all the time people only criticize any which way. I mean, from morning to night we have problems with everything. So I think that's a part of life. Yeah, I also do that. So I don't have a right to complain about someone else.
All right. और क्या हाल ही में ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट हुआ है जिसके बारे में आप आगे जाकर फिल्म बनाना चाहेंगे?
Not right now. Yeah.
Okay, nothing in the recent past. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.